It's a Biggie beat.
I don't care what they say. I live my life day by day. Like everything is okay.
I sit up and watch the whole process from when she came out. You know, her mama had a C-section, and when she came out, like, you know, she was crying like regular, but I really couldn't see her the way that doctors, you know, were in front of her. They was like, you know, covering up. And then when she first came out, like before they was washing her off, they was checking her, you know, make sure she had all her limbs, you know, everything, you know, they checking what they normally do. And like, I remember the way the doctor looked when they was checking her out. Like, the doctor gave the other doctor a look that I never forget, you know. It was like a look that kind of terrified me at the time, because, you know, when you're having your first child, you know, you worried about so much. And I remember the doctor giving the other doctor a certain look, and I just kind of knew something was wrong. Well, I didn't think nothing was wrong, but I knew something wasn't right, you feel me? And so when I finally got they washed off, and I got to like change a diaper, you know what I'm saying? You know, you put on a diaper, whatever, and you know, everything fine with me. She was quiet, she wasn't crying anymore, and you know, she, you know, had her eyes closed. And I remember when we took her to, you know what I mean, after she was born, they washed her off, and for 2 weeks she had to be in intensive care, because she wasn't like swallowing her food right, and she wasn't eating the way she was supposed to. Like, she couldn't really suck a bottle, she couldn't really, you know, she couldn't really get fed properly, so she was in intensive care to get fed through the tube, you know, the way they do that. A condition called Mobius Syndrome, and you know, they was like that she might possibly be diagnosed with, but she too young for them to diagnose her at the time. They basically told me what the symptom was, and basically what it was and what it is basically when, you know, you have a certain amount of cranial nerves when you're born with, I think it's 7, and if you're missing 1 or 2, you know, that's what the syndrome consists of. And like in her case, she was missing like a 7 or 6 cranial nerve, which kind of control like her eyes, her facial movements, and expressions, and just muscles, you know. So she was born without one of the nerves, and like it basically, when she was first born, like her eyes was crossed, and not necessarily bad, but they was crossed, and you know, she had the inability to suck a bottle, and that's why she was in intensive care. But my whole thing is to really create awareness and just, you know, let people know what it is. And you know, I basically just want to, like I say, you know, get support for research, and you know, do what I can to better her life, better her future, you know, because you know how the world is, and she perfectly normal, and I don't really see her having any future problems. But at the same time, you know, anything I can do to help progress her situation, that's what I'm gonna do.
My daughter, my heart, and my heart is my child. And I know the day she was born, her daddy was proud. And I know I'ma help my baby come through this cloud. Cause see, she got a disorder, it's harder to smile. So she can't show emotion, ain't nobody to blame. So tell me, what did I do, and can somebody explain? And why she gotta be the one that suffers, but her daddy love her, and we gon' always have each other. And it make it hard to try when you feel this way. It's harder getting by when you feel this way, and you steady wonder why, trying to open up your eyes, but it make you wanna cry when you feel this way. Some niggas stop trying when they feel this way. My niggas gotta grind when you feel this way, cause you gotta keep in mind it's gonna be a lot of times. Gotta keep your head high when you feel this way. And yo, sometimes I drop a 2 with no one around, Lord. Take away my sins, I drop my knees to the ground, Lord. Been lost for so long, I just wanna be found, Lord. I done been down, Lord. I done been down, Lord. Sometimes I drop a 2 with no one around, Lord. Take away my sins, I drop my knees to the ground, Lord. Been lost for so long, I just wanna be found, Lord. I done been down, Lord. I done been down, Lord. 11th grade came, 10th grade went. I didn't have much, but had enough to stay content. My big bro was on and had everyone convinced, but ain't nobody ready for what life was gonna